Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? It is Tuba Player NegativeAE, and welcome back to Hollow Knight. Last we left off, I had died to the Mantis Challenge, or the Mantis Leaders, and I was told that it would be easier to defeat them if I got the nail from the neighboring town. So I went to go get back my stuff, and I guess I found him, like, right here. I think if you die to the Mantis Challenge, they just put your corpse right here to collect, so you don't have to go all the way down, which is nice. I like it. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna try and defeat the Mantis Challenge once more, just with my regular nail, because I want to see if it was just a fluke that I died, and now that I know their patterns, I'll be able to do it, or if I should just go and get the new nail, which would be the thing to do here. So right off the bat, I'm feeling pretty good. They threw that thing. I need to jump over that. I realized that. The white circle always confuses me because I never know which direction it's coming from, and I just get walloped by them. So it's gonna take a lot of work, even with a new nail, to go and defeat them, and I don't want to have to go back and go get my stuff every time, especially since I have so many geos. I don't want to like risk losing those geos, so here's me getting my geos back. Granted, I'm having a tough time because this mantis thing was attacking me, but yeah, I'm just gonna get my thing, and then I'm gonna come back up here and go to the new city to go get my new nail. If it can be done easier, why not do it easier, you know? And, you know, I could spend a lot of time defeating that boss with the old nail, but why? I'd rather just get the new nail and go and defeat them after I get that. So, I believe the new nail is over here. Now that I have wall jump, I'm able to get up on the wall up here. I think it's this episode that I start to play with the keyboard. And the reason why is because I was talking a lot on the last episode about my sticky A button, and it just got so bad this episode that it would just stay down for like minutes at a time now. So I switched to the keyboard right about here. So forgive me if my parkour skills are not the best, but I think I pull it off pretty well. I get real lucky with some of the spots that I land, like right here. I like get real lucky because I touched the tip of that, and it like, yeah, he got it, and places me back there. So I'm pretty happy about that. You got to use a combination of like the dashes and shit. I do notice that there's a thing up here. I forget what the thing does, so I start hitting it without using the heal thing, and I heal for more than my health, which is weird. I don't know what I was thinking there. But I imagine that's because this next part is grueling. You have to really time your dashes and stuff like that. I also get real lucky with that. Like I get, not that I wouldn't have been able to do it again, but it's just real lucky that it respawned me right there. So I have enough to do this another 4 times. If I get hit on the 4th time, then I lose and I die. This is weird because you have to jump down straight in the middle. It's like I don't know if you guys ever played Happy Wheels, but in Happy Wheels they had those like make sure you just land in the middle, and it was like a funnel. It's kind of like what this is. It's like you have to like precisely land down the middle and then precisely time your dash in order to do that. So I'm almost dead. It's not a good feeling being almost dead. I don't want to be almost dead. So I have an idea that I'm going to go find new creatures. But then I remember that there's a little like mushroom guy walking up here. And every time you leave this area and come back to it, this little guy respawns. And it's just a constant source of healing. So I'm going to repeat this process a couple times, or at least until my health is full and I have full mana. So I'm just going to skip past all this right about now. So I have full mana now, or full soul. I always I call it something different every time. I know it's called soul. I know my thing is called the nail. it's just, you know, in the moment I'm like, yeah, this is juice. Which is not what that is. And it makes it sound a little bit dirty, actually. Um, so I'm super excited because this episode is probably like this city that we're about to enter, City Crest, not to spoil anything, but it's like one of the coolest things that I've ever seen in my life. So this thing opens up. I'm like, alright, cool. New area. Can go back. And then it immediately closes. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm in a new chapter of the story. I'm gonna go up because I think if you have a choice to go up or to the right, you should always go up because up is unconventional. The idea here is that you wall jump up and then you jump off the edge and then dash. But the problem is if you hold away from the wall, you don't jump away from the wall. So you have to press A on the wall and jump away before you hold away on with the arrow keys. It's weird. There's a thing here that if you could dig, you could get in there. I remember in like a previous episode I found one of those as well. I wonder if it's like a power up that you get that you can just like destroy those, you know, and get through there. So there's a new thing here. I don't know what it is. It's looking all around. So I just decide to approach it, and it explodes in my face. But it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm glad I ran away from it. Otherwise, instead of trying to fight it right away, you just run away, and it explodes itself. We got a jumpy man and a runny man. So just try to get this guy to jump off the ledge and then knock him off, so I'll have to jump back up on the ledge. Good shit. I mean, these enemies have been in the game ever since the beginning, so. I also hear Hup 234, whatever the fuck this guy's doing. I don't know what it is, so I slowly approach. He looks cool. Just chases after me. I decide to go for an attack. He bounces back. He attacks 3 times. I'm like, alright, he has a 3 attack. But then he attacks 1 time. And it looks like he continuously attacks 1 time. So it's weird. He's a little bit easier than the Mantis, if you think about it. Because the Mantis takes steps back. That guy does pretty much the same thing as the Mantis, except he has some times where he does the 3 swipes. And he doesn't take the steps back. So it's just, well, he'll hop back. But the difference between the Mantis taking the steps back and him hopping back is that the Mantis attacks right after he takes the 2 steps back. He just hops back and does nothing. So it's like easier, right? You feel me? You feel my explanation? Also, I went up there and there was a wall that I couldn't go into, so I was just like, whatever. I find another one of the exploding men, or exploding flying people, bugs, whatever you want to call them, and just ran away. I think that's probably the easiest way of taking care of that, you know? Again, more enemies from the beginning of the game. I'm happy to see these guys whenever I can. Because you don't really take too much damage, although I just took damage right there. And they give you a decent amount of soul, especially since I have that. That emblem is so helpful. I don't know if I'll ever take it off where I get more soul from the enemies that I fight. So I'm just gonna fight this guy. I figure the best strategy is just to rush him because of the time that it takes between his attacks. If I kill him right away and I only take 2 hits worth of damage, then it's fine. Because he gives me about 2 hits worth of soul with the badge that I'm wearing. So if I can just rush him, I don't take very much damage. Although here I try like the dodge approach, where I like attack and run away. I'm just experimenting with the enemies and seeing what the best way is to fight. It looks like that's definitely the way to do it, but it's also less, I don't know what it's less straightforward. This is an elevator. It takes me a little bit to think about how to use it. There's a lever that you just have to hit up and it brings you down. You know what I didn't notice that I just noticed in the recording is that there was a little pathway there that might contain something. It's probably just like a geo thing, like this game likes to do. The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answers to many a mystery. I had to read this because I felt to the pull of this place, though I sit before it and I found myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else holding me back? Because I read. So the problem with like just playing this like in my free time and just kind of narrating it in the post commentary is I read everything in my head. So I read much faster in my head than I read out loud. This is from like reading books and book assignments and stuff like that. And I think it's just normal for people to read faster in the head, right? It doesn't everybody. So when I read stuff, it's in my head. So I'm a desperado with the click because I'm just like, oh yeah, I read that. So doing a post commentary on it is a little bit hard. There's one dialogue that I have to slow down in this video that you'll see later on because I click too fast through it. Yeah, I will say that this town is the most beautiful town ever. The City of Tears, fucking great. Like, I'm glad that I came back to this, if only to see this town. Look at this town. Look at the rain. And look at it's coming off like the bricks and shit of the like I would love to see the engine that they made this on. It's amazing. Look at the fucking rain, dude. And it's not just like, oh, there's a blanket of rain. Like some games, you know how like they just do the blanket of gray rain behind? No, there's rain and like buildings and shit and like it's all made out of brick. I would live in this town. I would live in this fucking town. What's cool is like if you knock the enemies in the water here, they die. But I do find out in a little bit that I don't die by entering them. Look at the windows and shit. I would love like I've never wanted to be in a video game so bad than to be in this town and like live here. Like the rain just brings it all together. And the windows that you can just like they have like windows in this town where you can just like look out the window. And it's so badass. Like just seeing yourself look out the window. Oh my god. And it's not like it's like a flat window so you can't like see yourself through the window. It's like a curved window. It's hard to explain why I like the windows so much in this place. But this place is just amazing. Everything from the elevators to the freaking this is a geo container. The geo containers look good. The enemies on like the guards or whatever, I love fighting them. They're like an interesting back and forth. Those like where they have like the triple swipe and then the regular swipe. I want to go up, but I also want to go to the right to see what's to the right. So in case you're wondering what I'm doing, it's going to the right. Oh, there was also there was a wall there. Cutscene. I'll be quiet. Look at that fucking shit, dude. I gotta read this fast. This is the one Again, we meet Little Ghost. Normally quite perspective. I underestimated, though, since I guessed the truth. You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Your resilience is of two voids. It's no surprise that you've managed to reach the heart of this world, and in doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it, blah, blah, blah. If knowing the truth, you'd still attempt to house this reputation, seek the graven ash and mark it would grant you to one like you. I slowed that down. The reason why there's no audio there is because I had to slow that down so hard because I click. It's like I don't know. This is cool though. How sick was that animation? This game is truly, like I understand why you like this game, Mello. It's beautiful. Like art has never been more of a factor in why I like a game than this one. It's just the graphics are so amazing. This city alone is I don't know why I like it so much. It's just great. Everything from like the brick that the city's made of to like even like the and like each background is different. It's like they spent so much time. I wonder. I'm real curious how long this game took. Like I'm really curious, or who the artist is. Because look at all the, and you can see like it goes on forever. In the back, there's not just like a background and a foreground. There's a background within a background within a background within a background within a background. It's just crazy. I'm just gushing over this city, dude. Like this city is amazing. So I'm gonna go left because I couldn't go right after the thing. I fall in the water. This is where I realized that I don't die in the water, but enemies do. So that was just I don't know. It was just interesting to discover that I can swim in this water when before previously I had like always died in the poisonous water, but I can live in this one. That's interesting. Took a damage while killing those guys, but it doesn't matter. I'm doing pretty well on my health. I see this nail here and I want it, so I try to pick it up because like why wouldn't you pick it up? I guess it's too heavy for me or something. But I wanted it because it's big. But yeah, I hear dinging if you listen closely. You can like hear it. So I imagine that the blacksmith that I need to get my thing up is here. So that's where I go. And it's this guy. Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later, if you're still breathing.
Ranjo Stenja.
Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for talk, but if the nail needs repair, you've come to the right bug. Your nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with effort and skill. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade more strong. Whew. Pay 250, which is not really even a problem, considering the amount of geo that I have. There we go. Reforging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test it against your foes, which is exactly what I do. So I have a stronger nail. I talked to him again after this. I'm going to cut past that, but I guess I need an ore to upgrade my nail further, and I don't have that, so I need to go find whatever ore he's talking about to increase my nail further. It kills those fly guys in one hit, which it used to kill them in two, so it's already a better nail than it was. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, though. Thank you guys for watching so much. This city is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I've never wanted to live in a city more than this right here. It looks so good. Just the rain, I want to be there. I want to be, I don't know. But I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.